Hello everyone, hope you all are fine. I am Priyanka Parihar. So today I am going to tell you about sets and basic operations on them. I am using PyCharm IDE for this. So before we start, let's understand what is set. A set is an unordered collection of elements that are iterable, mutable and has no duplicate elements. All the elements that are present in the set are unique. Since we know sets are unordered, so we cannot access elements using indexes like we do in list. Python sets are written with curly braces. So now let's see how to create sets in Python. We can use two methods to create sets in Python. The first method is to use curly braces and the second method is to use set constructor. Let's understand this with an example. Let's say S1 equals to, and let's take another set, S2 equals to set 1. Here you can see that I have created a set S1 using curly braces and I have specified some random values to it. After that I have created another set S2 using set constructor. This set constructor has converted the list of values into a set. Now let's print this. And run it. Now you can see that we are getting the desired output from both the sets. So we can create set using any of these methods. Now let's create an empty set. Empty curly braces will make an empty dictionary in Python. So to make a set without any elements, we have to use set function without any arguments. Let's say p equals to set, then print p, run it. Here you can see that we have created an empty set. Now next, we know that set removes duplicate values. So if I add duplicate values to my set, like if I add, first remove this, like if I add 1, 2, 3, these three values I have added to my set S1 and these all the three values are already present in my set. So if I run this, first I have to print this. And now if I run this, you can see that all the duplicate values from my set has been removed. Now, just like list, we can also add or remove values from a set. We can add elements to the set using two functions, add and update. So now if I say I want to add more values to my set, so I will write s1.add. Suppose if I want to add 10, I will write 10, then I will print s1, then I will run it. So now you can see that 10 is added to our set. Now if I want to add multiple values to my set, then we can use update method. So let's, here I'm writing s.update and I'm passing list of values here. I want to add 10, 8 and 9 to my set S1. And now if I run this, you can see that it updated all the values which we specified. We can update with another set as well. Let's see, s1.update. Here I will pass list of values and I will use duplicate values. And here I will write s2. Here I have also added s2 to update, so it will add both the values. Now I will print this. Now we can see that both that list and set were added to S1 and duplicate values were removed. From this we can say that the only difference between add and update is that the add function allows you to add a single element to your set, while the update method will allow you to add list of values to your set. Now next we will learn how to remove some values from the set. We can either use the remove or discard methods. So let's look at the difference between the two methods. So suppose if I want to remove 6 from this set S1, so I will write S1 dot remove 6. Now run it. I have to print it also. So you can see that 6 has been removed from the set, and now if we use the discard method here, say S1 dot discard, so this has also given us the same output. The difference is that the remove function removes all the elements from the set specified as parameter. On the other hand, discard function is used when you want to remove an element when you are not sure if it is already present in the set or not. So now if I want to remove value 10 from S1 which is not there in the set, so if I will write here remove, and I want to remove 10. So if I run this, we will see that we got an error. But if I use discard here, it won't throw an error if a value doesn't exist. So now let us look at some of the operations like intersection and difference. Now let's take three sets S1 equals to 1, 2, 3, S2 equals to 2, 3, 4, and S3 equals to 3, 4, 5. Now let's say I want to print all the values that are common in both S1 and S2. Then I will say, let's say S4 equals to S1 dot intersection, and here I will pass S2 and print S4. Now you can see that we got all the values that are common in both S1 and S2 set. Now if I add S3 as an argument to our intersection here, comma S3, so this will give us all the values of S2 and S3 that are in S1. So we know that this will give us 3 because 3 is in both S2 and S3 and is also in set S1. If I run this, you can see that we got 3. So now if I want the values that are different, so we can use difference method here. So if I want to see that what values are there in S1 that are not there in S2, so here I will write S4 equals to S1 dot difference, and here I will pass S2. So we will get 1 because it is not there in S2 while 2 and 3 are there in S2. Now let's run this. You can see that we got 1. Now you might be thinking why we didn't return 4 along with 1, because 4 is in S2 but not in S1. Now if I run difference method on S1, and if I want the values that are there in S2 that are not in S1, then I will write S2 dot difference S1. Now if I run this, we will get 4 because it is in S2 but not in S1. We can also pass multiple sets as arguments here. So if I want the values that are in S2 but not in S1 and S3, so I will write here S1 comma S3. I will pass S1 comma S3, and here I will write S2. Now run it. You can see that we get an empty set, because if we look at our example, there S2 doesn't have any values that aren't in either S1 or S3. Now if I want to say I want values that are in S3 but not in S1 and S2, then I will write S3 dot S1 S2. I will pass S1 and S2 here as argument. So it will return 5 because it is not there in S1 or S2. Now let's run it. So see, it returned 5. Now next let's understand what is symmetric difference. Symmetric difference of two sets is the set of elements which are in either of the sets but not in both of them. So if I write S4 equals to S1 dot difference, and if I pass S2 here as argument, and if I run this, we will get 1. So if you remember, when we have run this, so it gave us 1 which is in S1 but not in S2. It didn't give us 4 which is in S2 but not in S1. So if we want all those values that were different between those two sets, then I could simply say S4 equals to S1 dot symmetric difference, and here I will pass S2, and now I will run it. You can see that we get 1 and 4. It doesn't matter in which order they are. Here I can write S2 and pass S1 here, because it is going to give us the differences from both sets all together. All know that set removes duplicate values. So let's take L1 equals to 1, 2, 3, comma 1, comma 2, comma 3, and L2 equals to set L1. This will convert our list to set and will remove the duplicates. But now this is converted to set. We can again convert this set into list. Now let's print it. And L2. Now you can see that we have a list of 1, 2, 3 and the duplicates have been removed. So this inner function will convert this set and removes the duplicates, and this outer function converts it back to the list. Now let's take some more examples. Consider 3 lists: employee, gym members and developers. So first, employee equals to Seema, Jagan, Satyam, Arpit, Chupal, Chinat, comma, John, comma, John, then second list, gym members. Next one, Arpit, comma, John, SEMA. And third list, developers. Jugal, comma, SEMA, comma, Satyam, comma, Janvi, comma, Arpit. So here is the list of employees. The first list. Another is a list of employees who have gym memberships, and the last list is a list of employees who are developers. Now let's see which employees have both gym membership and who are developers. We can simply intersect this. For this, let's take result equals to set gym underscore members dot intersection and here developers. And this intersect that with developers and then print result. So run it. So here we can see that we get result of Arpit and SEMA. Up here you can see that Arpit and SEMA are there in both developers and gym members. So now if I run this, so Jeenat and Jagan are the employees who are neither gym members nor developers. So now next, let's perform membership test. So first, let's understand what is membership. The membership operators in Python are used to test whether a value is found within a sequence. So let's understand this with an example. If SEMA in developers print found. So here we are looking for SEMA in developers. So we got found. So in this video we have learned what are sets and how can we use them to solve different problems. Thank you. If you like my video, please press the like button.